I have a medical condition. I can't wait in line. The woman wore a burnt orange power suit, a razor-sharp blazer, and matching pencil skirt. Behind her, hundreds of people waited patiently in the TSA security line at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. "This man is harassing me," she said to the camera, her voice trembling with fake fear. "He's yelling at me. I don't feel safe. I never said a word." I simply pointed to the clearly marked medical lane 20 feet away after she pushed an elderly woman with a cane in front of me. The woman's Louis Vuitton bag lay on the floor between us. Her expensive sunglasses slid down the bridge of her nose as she panned the camera to my face. "Look at this aggressive man. Male rage. I'm disenchanted. My flight to Seattle left in 75 minutes. The meeting that could save my struggling security consulting firm was in 6 hours. And this woman I'd later learn the internet would name her LaGuardia Linda was about to post a 15-second edited clip that would make me the most hated man on social media by lunchtime. What she didn't know, a college kid in a gray hoodie was filming the entire encounter from 3 different angles. And her designer bag was about to trigger a K9 alert that would expose something far worse than cutting in line. She thought viral lies and crocodile tears made her untouchable. She was about to learn that truth when properly documented. "Officer," I said calmly to the TSA agent watching, "my name is David Mitchell. 39 years old, owner of Mitchell Security Solutions, a 2-person cybersecurity consulting firm based in Atlanta. For 15 years, I've built digital firewalls, designed penetration testing protocols, and taught companies how to defend against threats they can't see. I understand systems. I trust processes. Rules exist because chaos is expensive. My business partner Marcus, best friend since college, only other employee likes to joke that I'm allergic to disorder. He's not wrong. When I see a line, I see an algorithm. When I see a rule, I see the reason it exists. Airport security is a system I actually appreciate. TSA checkpoints are predictable, orderly. You follow the steps, you get through. Simple. That Tuesday morning in November 2024, I was running on 4 hours of sleep and gas station coffee. My flight to Seattle, Alaska Airlines 437, departure 9:15 a.m., represented the most important meeting of my professional life. SeaTech Industries, a major logistics and supply chain company, needed a complete cybersecurity overhaul. The contract? $380,000. For a firm like mine, that was life-changing money. It was hiring a 3rd employee. It was health insurance that didn't make me wince. It was Marcus finally being able to afford his daughter's college tuition without taking out loans, but the competition was fierce. SeaTech's CFO, Margaret Caldwell, was interviewing 3 firms. I had one shot to prove we were the best. The pressure sat in my chest like a stone. I'd been mentally rehearsing my presentation for a week. Threat analysis, penetration test results, incident response protocols. I had to be sharp, confident, unshakable. On the outside, just another business traveler in a blazer scrolling his phone. On the inside, every nerve firing. The security line at Hartsfield-Jackson Terminal C was predictably long. Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m., the Atlanta rush hour of aviation. I'd budgeted 90 minutes for security and a gate distance that required a small marathon. Time was tight but manageable. I stood in line behind a sweet-looking elderly woman with a floral scarf and a sturdy wooden cane. She hummed quietly to herself, patient and content. Ahead of her was a family with matching Disney World or Bust t-shirts. Their son, maybe 5 years old, asked endless questions. "Why do shoes go in the box, Daddy? Are the shoes going on vacation too?" It was the mundane, beautiful chaos of travel, orderly chaos. The kind I could appreciate. The PA system crackled. "Attention passengers, if you are in the area that is not a line, that is a wall. Please find the line that is a line." A beat. Also, if your water bottle says emotional support, it is still water. I checked my watch, 7:47 a.m. Time was good. Everything was on schedule. Everything was under control. That's when I saw her. A flash of burnt orange and aggressive motion cutting through the resigned patience of the security line. She wasn't shuffling forward like the rest of us. She was striding with purpose, scanning the queue like a predator evaluating prey. The woman was maybe 50, impeccably dressed in an expensive burnt orange suit-tailored blazer with gold buttons, matching pencil skirt that hit just below the knee, designer heels that had no business in an airport. Her blonde hair was styled in that helmet-perfect way that screamed salon appointment yesterday. Oversized sunglasses sat perched on top of her head like a crown. In her hand, a Louis Vuitton bag swung like a wrecking ball. She walked along the outside of the velvet rope barriers, eyes fixed on the TSA podium at the front. The rest of us were a slow-moving river following the winding path. She was looking for a shortcut. My internal security analyst brain started flashing warnings. Non-compliant behavior detected. System integrity at risk. Threat level high. I knew, with the certainty of someone who understands how systems fail, that she was about to do something that would shatter the fragile peace of the checkpoint. She reached a stanchion right next to me. With a flick of her wrist, she unhooked the retractable belt. The snap of the mechanism was shockingly loud. It was the sound of a rule being broken. Heads turned. The quiet shuffling stopped. She stepped through the gap, inserting herself directly in front of the elderly woman with the cane. In her haste, she bumped into the woman hard enough to knock her off balance. The cane skittered on the polished floor. "Oh my!" the elderly woman cried, stumbling. My reflexes kicked in. I reached out, caught her arm, steadied her before she could fall. "Whoa, I've got you. Are you okay, ma'am?" She looked shaken, hand on her chest. "Oh, thank you, young man. Goodness. People are in such a hurry." Her voice was frail. It sparked something protective in me. The line cutter in burnt orange didn't look back, didn't apologize, didn't acknowledge the person she'd almost injured, just adjusted her bag and faced forward. But the little boy in the Disney shirt had seen everything. He pointed with his whole arm. "Mommy, that lady cut. She pushed the grandma. That's not fair." His mother tried to shush him. "Inside voice, Henry." Henry nodded, then used a slightly quieter outside voice. "Inside voice." She cheated. A ripple of laughter went through the line. The elderly woman patted his head. "Honesty builds strong bones, young man." I felt dozens of eyes on me. They'd seen me help the woman. They were waiting to see what would happen next. This was one of those moments. You can let it go, swallow the frustration, take the path of least resistance, or you can speak up, defend the system, be the guy who says, "That's not right. I'm a security guy. I defend systems." I took a breath, kept my voice calm, even, factual. "Excuse me, the line starts back there." I gestured with my thumb toward the end of the queue, easily 150 people deep. She turned slowly, movements theatrical, looked me up and down like a piece of furniture had just spoken. "Excuse me?" Her voice dripped with condescension. The sunglasses slid down her nose slightly. I noted it mentally. First crack in the facade. "I've a flight to catch," she announced to me and everyone in earshot. "I'm a very important person. I don't have time for this nonsense." I resisted the urge to laugh. It was so perfectly cliché. "I demand to speak to the manager of airport lines." "We all have flights," I replied, voice still calm. "That's why we're all standing in this line. That line," I pointed again, "is the system that gets all of us to our flights, important and otherwise." The man behind me snorted. The tension ratcheted up. It was a standoff. She ignored my logic completely, turned her back, dismissing me. But she wasn't done. She marched up to the TSA podium where an agent named Officer Harris name tag, clear expression, professionally bored, was checking IDs. "I'm next," she declared, cutting off a college student with a backpack. Harris didn't look up, finished with the student, handed back the ID. "Have a good flight." Only then did he turn his gaze to her. He didn't speak, just looked, waiting. "I'm in a hurry," she said, tapping manicured nails on his podium. "You need to process me now. I have a medical condition. Harris let the silence hang, then his voice, low and calm. Ma'am, the line forms at the back. He gestured vaguely toward Kansas. I'll be happy to check your documents when it's your turn. This is ridiculous. She raised her voice. Do you know who I am? The magic phrase. The ultimate trump card of the entitled. Harris's expression didn't change. No, ma'am, and with all due respect, it doesn't matter. Here, you're a passenger. The passenger line starts back there. I couldn't help myself. The setup was too perfect. I muttered just loud enough for nearby people to hear. Bingo. Don't you know who I am? That's a double point square. The guy behind me now, my silent co-conspirator, choked back a laugh. She whipped her head around, eyes locking onto mine. The sunglasses slid further down. Are you making fun of me? I held up my hands, mock innocent. Not at all. I'm just an admirer of well-defined processes, and this one, I gestured to the long queue, is a classic. She seemed to realize the direct approach wasn't working. Her face softened. Voice took on a wounded tone. I have a medical condition, she announced loudly. I can't stand for long periods. I need to get through quickly. This is a matter of health. Bold play, but she'd made a critical error. She hadn't surveyed her surroundings. I, a student of systems, had. I calmly lifted my hand and pointed to a large sign 20 feet away, blue wheelchair symbol. Bold letters, medical assistance lane. Ma'am, I said, voice helpful, almost cheerful. I think you're in the wrong line. The medical assistance lane is right there. They have staff specifically trained to help people with conditions like yours. They'll get you through much faster. Harris nodded. And they'll verify your medical documentation. It's quick, very efficient. She glanced at the sign like it had personally insulted her. The sunglasses slipped again. She shoved them up with one finger, glared at the sign. Behind me, someone whispered, "Big sign energy." Checkmate. A wave of murmurs went through the crowd. Everyone saw her heels, saw her confident stride, saw a woman who looked about as medically distressed as a marathon runner. Her face turned red, clashing with the orange suit. She was trapped, could admit she was lying, or double down. She chose option 3, the one I never expected. She reached into her Louis Vuitton bag, but she wasn't pulling out ID. She was pulling out her phone and pointing it directly at me. The red recording light flicked on like a tiny malevolent eye. This man, she announced, voice suddenly trembling, is harassing me. He's aggressive. He's dangerous. I stood there, hands half raised in a "what is happening" gesture. Ma'am, I'm not, he started screaming at me, she said to the camera, zooming on my face. Look at him. Classic male rage. I'm scared for my safety. She was good. Knew all the buzzwords, painting a picture for a virtual jury that couldn't see context. But she'd made a mistake. She assumed she was the only one recording. A few feet away, a college kid in a gray hoodie had his phone out. But he wasn't just filming me. He was panning slowly, capturing everything. Her, me, Officer Harris's stoic expression, the elderly woman I'd helped, the clearly visible medical lane sign. He was documenting context, building evidence. My phone buzzed. Text from C-Tech's admin assistant. Hi, David. Miss. Caldwell's morning meeting is running long. Can we push your presentation back an hour? So sorry. In any other circumstance. Annoyance. Right now, a gift from the universe. 1 hour reprieve. Breathing room in a day, rapidly suffocating me. But I didn't know if an hour would be enough to undo what this woman was doing. She was still performing, narrating her fictional ordeal. What are you going to do now, huh? You think you can intimidate women like this? I refused to engage. Learned long ago, you can't win a shouting match with someone who doesn't care about truth. I turned to Officer Harris instead. Officer, I believe this woman is causing a disturbance. She cut the line, shoved an elderly person, and is now filming passengers without consent. Harris gave a slow, deliberate nod. "We're aware, sir. Please remain calm." The phrase was funny because I was the only calm one there. She stopped recording, tapped her screen furiously. A smug, triumphant smile spread across her face. "There," she said, venom dripping. "Post it. Let's see how your boss likes seeing you terrorize women at airports." Her sunglasses did their biggest slide yet, nearly falling off. She shoved them back with a jab. My phone buzzed again. Not a text, a notification. Marcus had tagged me. "Dude, what is this?" I opened the link. There it was, 15-second video, expertly edited. Started mid-sentence with my voice saying, "admirer of processes," but clipped to just sound like, "I'm the process." Cut to a tight shot of me pointing, framed to look like I was jabbing aggressively in her face instead of gesturing at a sign. The caption was, "Malicious genius. Traumatic experience at ATL this morning. Just trying to catch my flight when this man completely lost it. This kind of aggression is not okay. Number angry airport guy, number ATL rage, number male toxicity. Comments already pouring in. Fire him. What a psycho. Someone find this guy." My stomach filled with ice water. The internet mob had formed, pitchforks out for me. My deal, my company, my reputation, all on the verge of destruction by a 15-second lie. Wave of dizziness hit me. This wasn't just a disturbance. This was a crisis. And just as I was trying to process my next move, a new sound cut through the noise. A sharp, metallic clink-clank roll on tile. Everyone stopped. Everyone looked down. A small aerosol can, sleek, metallic, rolled in a lazy arc across the floor. It came to rest against Officer Harris's polished black boot. The security checkpoint, buzzing with conversation about the drama, fell completely silent. Harris didn't react immediately. Just looked down. Then slowly lifted his gaze to her. For the first time, something other than boredom flickered in his eyes. "Professional interest." "Ma'am," he said, voice impossibly calm. "Did this fall from your bag?" Her face went pale. Stark contrast to the burnt orange blazer. I've never seen that before in my life. It was such a weak, obvious lie. It was almost comical. Just then, another TSA officer walked by on patrol with a K9 partner, a beautiful, serious German Shepherd. As they passed our scene, the dog suddenly stopped. Ears shot up. Body went rigid. Nose twitching. It pulled toward her Louis Vuitton bag on the floor, sniffed once, twice. Tail gave a single stiff wag. Then, with calm certainty, it sat. In airport security, a K9 sitting is a giant flashing neon sign that says, "Problem here." The handler praised his dog quietly. The dog didn't move. Remained seated, looking from handler to bag and back. Job done. The system, the one she'd tried so hard to circumvent, was now focusing its full attention on her. Conveyor belts slowed. X-ray agents turned. The rhythm of the checkpoint shattered. A woman with a sharp haircut and supervisor's badge strode toward us. This was Supervisor Chen. She radiated absolute authority that made the burnt orange suit look like a child's costume. "Harris, status report," Chen said, voice crisp. Harris recited facts like a pre-flight checklist, attempted to bypass queue, caused disturbance. Non-compliant with instructions. Subsequently, bag produced this aerosol container. K9 Unit Duke positively alerted on the luggage. Her composure dissolved. Panic replaced smug actress. "It's a mistake. Your dog is wrong. There's nothing." Chen gave her a long, cold look, looked at the bag, the sitting dog, back to her. "Ma'am, step over here away from the line." She pointed to a stainless steel table in secondary screening. "We're conducting a physical inspection of your belongings." The college kid in the hoodie was still filming, phone steady, capturing everything, the rolling can, the dog's alert, Chen's arrival. He was getting the whole story. Suddenly my problems, the viral video, the teetering deal felt distant. I was witnessing a live performance I mentally titled Consequences, the Final Act. Chen pulled on blue nitrile gloves. The snap echoed in the silent terminal. She looked the woman dead in the eye. Put the bag on the table. Empty it. Now. For a moment. Defiance. Her last stand. This is harassment. Invasion of privacy. This bag is Louis Vuitton. It's worth more than your salary. Chen didn't flinch, just stared back, unmoved. Ma'am, a federally trained K-9 unit alerted on your property inside a secure federal checkpoint. The brand name is irrelevant. Your options: empty the bag for me, or I have officers empty it for you. Either way, we're seeing what's inside. I strongly recommend cooperation. The finality broke through her wall. With trembling hands and utter defeat on her face, she picked up the expensive bag, placed it on the steel table, unzipped it. Chen, methodical and precise, began removing contents. Wallet thick with credit cards, keys, handful of lipsticks. Then Chen's hand emerged, holding a perfume bottle. Not travel size, an ornate glass bottle, closer to a pint than a sample. A piece of decorative art. Chen held it up. Ma'am, TSA liquid limit for carry-on is 3.4 ounces. But it's Chanel, she protested, as if brand name nullified federal regulations. Non-compliant, Chen stated flatly, dropping it into a large, clear bin. The bin held other confiscated items, water bottles, jars, snow globes, a graveyard of forgotten rules. Then Chen reached back into the bag. Her hand came out holding a black tactical canister. 6 inches long, bright red safety cap, pepper spray, not a tiny keychain version, large, high-capacity model, the kind you buy for serious self-defense. A gasp went through the line. Bringing oversized perfume was a mistake. Trying to bring pepper spray was a different category. It was a weapon. Officer Harris, silent until now, raised one eyebrow. Planning on seasoning your in-flight meal, ma'am? Bone-dry delivery. The staggering irony washed over me. I was being crucified online as angry airport guy, a menace to society. Meanwhile, the woman who orchestrated it was caught smuggling an actual weapon onto a plane. Little Henry provided perfect commentary again. Mommy, that lady has bad guy spray. Is she a bad guy? His voice rang with genuine curiosity. The court of public opinion right here in this security line reached its verdict. She was unraveling, tears streaming, ruining perfect makeup. It's for protection, she sobbed, pointing at me, from men like him. Chen had heard enough. Ma'am, pepper spray is strictly prohibited. It's a weapon under TSA regulations. You cannot bring it through security under any circumstances. She signaled another officer. The situation was escalating from screening to law enforcement. This was my decision moment. Path of peace. Get my bags. Walk away. Handle the digital firestorm from my gate. Let the system deal with her. But I thought about the elderly woman she'd shoved. About my name blasted across the internet, attached to lies. My decision was made. I'm a security guy. Systems need defending. I was staying. Just as Chen was about to lead her away, her last shred of control snapped. She let out a guttural scream. Lunged not at officers, not for her belongings, directly at me. This is all your fault. She shrieked, eyes wild. For a split second frozen. You don't expect physical assault in a TSA checkpoint. I took a half step back, hands coming up defensively. She never reached me. Officer Harris moved with startling speed. Didn't tackle her, just moved into her path. Solid, immovable. Caught her by the upper arms. Stopped her momentum cold. That's enough, ma'am, he said, voice still impossibly calm but firm. Brief, pathetic scuffle. She twisted, flailing like a toddler, managed to wrench one arm free, swung wildly in my direction. Her acrylic nails scraped against my blazer sleeve with a faint scratching sound. Not a real punch, but it was contact. Assault. The line crossed. Instantly, 2 airport police officers materialized. Flanked Harris. Created an impenetrable wall. Entire incident lunge to containment lasted under 5 seconds. Chen's voice cut through the tension. All right, we're done here. Officers escorted her sobbing hysterically now to a small admin area, away from public view. Show officially over. TSA agents began directing us forward. Folks, keep the line moving. Boarding passes and IDs ready. The system was rebooting. As I gathered my laptop and shoes from the bin, Chen approached. Sir, I'm Supervisor Chen. I witnessed the entire incident. Are you all right? I'm fine, thank you, I said, voice shaky. Little surprised assault by line cutter was on today's agenda, but I'm okay. She nodded grimly. Because she made physical contact, we're required to file a formal incident report. I'll need your name and a brief statement. This was it, the official narrative. The version that would end up in files, not just on social media. I gave her my ID, recounted events clearly, factually. Started with her unhooking the rope, ended with her nails scraping my jacket. Just facts, no opinions. While I gave my statement, the college kid in the hoodie was talking to another police officer, showing the video on his phone, pointing at the screen. Providing witness statement backed by digital proof, he caught my eye, gave me a small, encouraging nod, mouthed, I got everything. My pulse dropped 10 beats. I finished my statement. Chen thanked me. You're free to proceed to your gate, Mr. Mitchell. On behalf of TSA, I apologize for the delay and disturbance. Just one question. I said, she's not by any chance on the 9:15 to Seattle? Chen allowed a tiny professional smile. No, Mr. Mitchell. Further travel will require rebooking and additional screening. Wave of relief so profound it almost buckled my knees, but victory felt incomplete. Battle in physical world, over. War for my reputation online, still raging. Phone vibrating non-stop. Constant reminder of angry airport guys spreading like a virus. System worked here. But the chaotic, ruleless internet was still convicting me. As I turned toward the terminal, the kid in the hoodie jogged up. Hey man, he said, holding out his phone. Think you're gonna want this. Got the whole thing from the beginning. I stared. The whole thing? Heart hammering. Every second, he confirmed, with a grin. Her unhooking the rope, bumping the old lady, you helping her up, kid calling her out, you pointing at the medical lane sign, not at her starting her video, the can rolling, dog sitting, pepper spray, her lunging at you, clean, uncut 4-minute shot. He tapped his phone. With a few swipes, airdropped the file to me. Transfer progress bar felt like the slowest thing ever. When it finished, a new video appeared on my screen. My exoneration. Name's Leo, he said. What she did was completely out of line. Post it. Let people see the truth. Leo, I said, voice thick with gratitude. You may have just saved my career. I don't know how to thank you. He shrugged. Casual heroism. No worries. Pay it forward. Then he waved, blended back into the airport crowd. My anonymous savior. I found an empty gate. Saturday. Hands shaking as I hit play. It was exactly as described. Perfect. Undeniable. Uneditable truth. I opened social media. Situation worse than I thought. My name trending alongside number angry airport guy. The misleading clip picked up by local news. Exploding. I scrolled comments on her post. Digital venom directed at me. Find his employer. No fly list. Male privilege. Then I saw the comment that froze my blood. From C-Tech Industries corporate account. We are aware of this disturbing video. Can anyone confirm this individual's identity? This is not behavior we condone. They were about to cancel. About to blacklist me. My phone rang. Marcus, I answered. Marcus, I can explain. Dude. His voice was tight. Not angry. Worried. What the hell happened? Your face is all over Twitter. C-Tech is asking questions. My wife just called me asking if we're about to lose the business. I closed my eyes. This was the nightmare scenario. It's not what it looks like. There's more to I know. He cut me off. I watched it 3 times. That video is edited to hell. Your lips don't even match what she's claiming you said. But David, it doesn't matter what I know. It matters what they think. He was right. In the court of social media, perception was reality. The comments are getting worse, Marcus continued. I could hear him typing, probably refreshing the post. Someone just shared it to a Karens and Kens of America group with 2 million members. Another person tagged the local news. David, this is going nuclear. I felt the weight settle in my chest. Everything we'd built, 15 years of work, Marcus's kids' college fund, my own mortgage, all of it resting on this C-Tech deal, and it was evaporating in real time because of a 15-second lie. There's more, Marcus said, voice dropping. I just got an email from our insurance company, the liability carrier. Someone sent them the video. They're asking if we have risk management protocols for employee conduct in public spaces. David, they're talking about dropping our coverage. That was the death blow. Without liability insurance, we couldn't take on new clients. Existing contracts had insurance requirements. We'd be out of business in 30 days. How long until your flight? Marcus asked. 2.5 hours. Okay. I could hear him thinking. We need damage control. I'm drafting a statement. Something about investigating the incident and committed to professional conduct. Standard corporate BS. But, David, he paused. If we can't fix this before your C-Tech meeting, we're done. Margaret Caldwell won't touch us with a 10-foot pole if she thinks she's hiring someone with a viral assault video. I thought about the college kid, Leo. The 4-minute video on my phone. Marcus, I have the full video. All of it. Unedited. It shows everything. Silence. Then, everything? Her cutting the line. Shoving an elderly woman. Me helping the woman up. Her lying about medical conditions. Me pointing at the medical assistance sign, not at her. Her starting her video. The pepper spray falling out. The K9 alert. Her attacking me. Another pause. Longer this time. David, that's a nuclear option. You post that, you're going to war. She already went to war, I said quietly. She fired first. I'm just returning fire with the truth. Post it, Marcus said. Decision made. Post it now. Before C-Tech makes their decision official, I'll start calling our existing clients, get ahead of this. But David, this either saves us or buries us. There's no middle ground. I know. And David, when you land in Seattle, you better give the presentation of your life. Because if we lose C-Tech after all this, I'm not sure there's a path forward. We hung up. I stared at my phone, at the 4-minute video, at the future of my company sitting in a digital file. One upload could save everything, or make it exponentially worse. My hands were shaking, not from fear, from anger. Pure, cold anger at the injustice of it. I'd followed the rules, helped someone in need, stood up to someone cutting corners, and I was being crucified for it. While she, the actual rule breaker, the liar, the person who tried to smuggle a weapon onto a plane, was being hailed as a victim. The anger crystallized into clarity. Marcus was right. This was war, and I had the ammunition. Deep breath. I uploaded Leo's 4-minute video. Didn't write long defense. Didn't get emotional. Let the video speak. Caption. 5 simple words. Internet is fast. Context is faster. Added hashtags. Number not so angry airport guy. Number full story. Number context matters. Tagged every news outlet that shared the original. Tagged TSA. Tagged Atlanta Airport. Tagged C-Tech Industries directly, a risky move, but they needed to see it. Hit, post. For 30 seconds, silence. My heart hammered. Then the first, like. A comment, holy crap, this changes everything. Another, she lied. She literally pushed an elderly woman and he helped her. A third, wait, is that pepper spray falling out of her bag? The floodgate opened. The internet in its ferocious hive mind way had found a new target. My video was shared, reposted, retweeted at dizzying speed. I watched in real time as the narrative flipped. Tide didn't just turn, tsunami of reversal. Comments on her original post transformed from support to outrage. You're a liar and a criminal. She tried to bring pepper spray on a plane. This man is a hero. He helped an elderly woman. You shoved her. Justice for David Mitchell. Fire whoever edited that first video. Within 15 minutes, a new hashtag started trending. Number LaGuardia Linda. The internet, in its wisdom, had decided she looked like someone who would scream at service workers at LaGuardia. The name stuck. Her original post started getting community noted on Twitter. Context: this video is selectively edited. Full footage shows the woman in question cut a security line, shoved an elderly passenger, and was later found to be carrying prohibited items, including pepper spray. The man she accuses of harassment was helping the elderly passenger and pointing to a medical assistance sign. Major news outlets began picking it up. Airport Karen exposed. Full video shows reality opposite of viral claim. Woman who accused man of harassment, caught with weapon at TSA, checkpoint social media rushes to judgment, the danger of edited videos. My phone rang. Unknown Seattle number, I answered cautiously. David Mitchell? Speaking. This is Margaret Caldwell from CTEC. I'm calling because my heart stopped. This was it. The call that would determine everything. I wanted to apologize, she continued. I just watched the full video. I cannot believe we almost made a decision based on that edited clip. That woman lied. You helped someone in need. You remained calm under pressure. You trusted the system to work. And most importantly, you had the presence of mind to ensure the truth was documented. I couldn't speak. Relief was choking me. Mr. Mitchell, are you still there? Yes, I'm here. Your meeting is still on, she said firmly. In fact, I'm more interested now than I was yesterday. Someone who can remain that calm while being falsely accused and simultaneously going viral? That's exactly the kind of temperament I want, managing our security infrastructure. See you at 2 p.m. She hung up. I sat there, phone in my hand, staring at nothing. We were still in the game. No, we were ahead. My phone buzzed. Text from Marcus. Dude. CTEC just posted a public statement saying they support you and condemn rush to judgment on social media. We're going to be okay. Another text, this one from our insurance company. After reviewing the full video, we have determined no policy violation occurred. Your coverage remains active. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. I wanted to cry, to laugh, to scream. Instead, I just sat there in that airport chair, watching my phone light up with supportive messages, watching the truth dismantle lies in real time, and feeling something I hadn't felt in hours. Hope. Justice, powered by a kid named Leo, a smartphone, and the internet's fierce, chaotic sense of right and wrong had won. But as I sat watching my original flight board, without me, I got a news alert. Headline: Passenger cited for interference, prohibited items at ATL, investigation ongoing. Identity of LaGuardia, Linda revealed. Strange feeling this story wasn't quite over yet. My new flight wasn't for 3 hours. Lifetime in airport hours. I found a quiet corner, set up command center. Phone was epicenter of a media earthquake. Marcus acting as self-appointed press secretary. Tell them you were defending grandmothers everywhere. Also mention our company name. No such thing as bad publicity. I ignored most of it, focused on clearing my name with people who mattered. I was typing an email when coffee craving hit hard. Packed up. Started toward the main concourse. That's when I saw her. Like seeing a ghost. Ghost in burnt orange. There she was. Same outfit, slightly creased white pants, loud blazer, sunglasses on her head. Only difference? Missing Louis Vuitton. In its place, she clutched a clear plastic bag, wallet, and phone, the kind they give you for personal effects when processed. She was marching with grim determination. Heading to my disbelief, back toward security. She was trying to fly out. Same day, same clothes, boldest or stupidest move ever. I had to see this. Bought coffee. Found strategic vantage point, far enough to be unnoticed, perfect view. Settled in to watch karmic conclusion. She handed new boarding pass and ID to a different TSA agent. Agent scanned it. Instead of the usual cheerful chirp, the scanner emitted loud, insistent beeps. Beep, beep, beep. Sound that makes frequent flyers cringe. Agent's eyes widened at his screen. Looked up at her. Neutral. Ma'am, you've been randomly selected for secondary security screening. Guy near me whispered, random, right. I almost laughed into my coffee. I could see letters on her boarding pass from across the terminal. SSSS, the quad S, mark of the beast for travelers. She wasn't getting a quick once-over. Full unabridged director's cut of TSA experience. They directed her to separate screening lane, glass-walled enclosure, 2 agents waiting. She started arguing, voice rising. Agent just pointed at boarding pass, shook his head. Rules were rules. I watched, mesmerized, as they dismantled her travel plans, went through every item in her plastic bag. Swabbed phone, wallet, every credit card for explosive residue, made her remove shoes, belt, watch. Pat down came next. Thorough, clinical, profoundly uncomfortable, and deeply humiliating. Best part, chef's kiss perfection, came when they examined her liquids. She'd bought new travel-sized toiletries. Agent picked up small lotion bottle and travel hairspray, squinted at labels, held them to light, turned to her. Apologetic shake of head. Sorry, ma'am. These are 4-ounce bottles. Limit is 3.4. With that, unceremoniously dropped her brand new items into the clear bin of surrendered goods. They clattered against ghosts of confiscated belongings past. Final indignity. Losing tiny hairspray bottle was the straw. Her shoulders slumped in utter defeat. Just as they waved her through, uniformed airport police officer walked up. Holding clipboard, spoke in low voice, handed her folded paper. Citation. Legal summons for interfering with federal security agent duties. She took it without a word. As she turned, her sunglasses, somehow still on her head through the ordeal, finally gave up, clattered to the floor. Skittered under a bench. Little kid nearby reached under with a shoelace, fishing like a pro, surfaced with the shades, held them up. Lost and found? She shook her head. No. Kid shrugged, handed them to agent. Agent slid them into clear bag labeled property. Woman defeated by system she thought she was above. Battle over. Now I just had to fly to Seattle and win the war. Flight to Seattle. Smooth, blessedly drama-free. Hour in airport chaos had burned away, leaving cold, calm determination. I fine-tuned my presentation. Mind, sharp, clear. I was landing this deal. Walked into C-Tech's gleaming downtown office, feeling more confident than that morning. CEO Margaret Caldwell met me in the lobby herself. Firm handshake. Eyes that missed nothing. Mr. Mitchell, she said, wry smile on her face. My morning was made significantly more interesting by your air travel adventures. I try to keep things exciting, I replied, matching tone. Though my skills are generally better applied to preventing digital intrusions, not documenting public meltdowns, she laughed. Genuine, hearty sound. We saw both videos. First gave us pause, I admit, but the second, the full context told us everything we needed to know. The way you handled yourself under pressure, calm, principled. You stood up for someone who couldn't. You trusted facts to win. That's exactly the person we want in charge of our security. Meeting was a home run. We clicked. She understood risks. I understood solutions. By the time I left her office, signed contract and briefcase, deal wasn't just saved. Bigger and better than hoped. $380,000, plus potential for ongoing work. Flying home that night, floating on exhaustion and triumph. Standing by baggage claim at Atlanta, familiar flash of burnt orange caught my eye. It was her, standing alone, away from jostling crowd. looking lost, expensive outfit rumpled, perfect hair a mess. Face bare of makeup, she looked smaller, deflated, saw me same time I saw her. Flicker of old defiance sparked, extinguished quickly. To my surprise, she walked toward me. Steps hesitant. "I saw the news," she said quietly, almost whisper. "Wouldn't meet my eyes. Your new contract. Local business report." I nodded, not knowing what to say. "Congratulations." Long, painfully awkward silence. Only baggage carousel rumble. Then she took a breath, finally looked up. "I'm sorry." Words sounded foreign in her mouth, like a language never spoken. I was having a horrible day. My business was failing. I was a mess. Made it everyone else's problem. I was wrong. I looked at her. Anger was gone. I could have lectured, told her about stress she caused, how she almost destroyed my business. But what was the point? Universe, with help from TSA, and a kid named Leo had already taught the lesson spectacularly. All I saw now, person who made terrible choices, paid the price publicly, completely. "Thank you for saying that." I said simply, "Next time, just wait in line. Rules are there for everyone. It's easier that way." Her suitcase appeared on belt. She grabbed it, gave me one last unreadable look, disappeared into night. My bag came out, slung it over shoulder, walked toward exit, pulled out phone, texted, "Marcus, deal closed, justice served. Beer?" Reply instant, "First round on me, you angry airport guy." Smiled to myself walking into cool night air. Maybe I had been angry airport guy for a few hours, but sometimes you have to get a little angry. Sometimes anger at injustice is the only thing that makes people pay attention. Not about peace versus justice, about fighting for justice that brings back peace. And if you're lucky, you get one hell of a story to tell. The burnt orange suit, once a symbol of authority and entitlement, became a symbol of something else. A reminder that no amount of expensive fabric can protect you when you break the rules everyone else follows. The internet giveth viral fame, and when truth arrives, properly documented, GPS tagged, and K9 verified, the internet taketh away even faster. I learned something that day at Hartsfield-Jackson Terminal C. Systems work, not perfectly, not always. But when you defend them with facts, patience, and a college kid with good camera angles, justice finds a way, even if it has to roll across the floor in an aerosol can first.